Sir, welcome back to the channel.
Hope you're having a fantastic day.
There it is. So if you're new to the channel and your first time here, we're building a early 2000s Chevy crew cab, long bed, rack body, LS swapped, Impala dashboard swapped, you name it swapped, it's done. That's a huge mouthful. So what we do in the community is when we watch each other's videos, we comment down below, we hit the like button, we subscribe if we're not subscribed, turn notifications on. Those are those YouTube-y things that we talk about all the time. So, what are you doing today? Well, I'm going to show you because we're fixing to pull this engine back out. So I had to have my son come out here to help me because my floor is an absolute shit show. Trying to slide metal wheels on a rough concrete floor is no fun. But the engine's back in temporarily. I wanted to double check the clearance on the steering. Steering clearance is good. I'm going to have to build a heat shield, some sort of aluminum heat shield, you know, to protect this. I'm more focused on the heat to the joint over anything. So like I said, we're just going to have to do some sort of blockage here. Have a little kickstand stand up with a piece of aluminum that, you know, protects our U-joint. Other than that, everything's great. It lines up. Everything fits nicey nice. So now that I verified, I can remove the engine and start completing the cross member. So I went ahead this morning, turned the music on, charged the GoPro, and we cut a giant hole in the center of the floor. Reason being is we need to measure a drive shaft. In order for me to measure the drive shaft, this chunk of steel here had to be removed. So we're going to put the yoke in and take a measurement while we got you here. This is a Sonax. I don't know what it is, but it looks real fancy. $175 yoke end for the drive shaft. The company that I'm going to be using in Harrisburg, this is what he uses. This is what he had in stock. This is how it has to be. So I'm going to climb underneath. Let me get my tape measure. And we're going to measure the hanger bearing. So I was told, you can see my hand, right, Joe?
Yep.
I was told from my drive shaft guy, he wants the yoke about 3/4 of the way out from the transmission, and we're going to measure from the hole, the center of the hole, or this plate right here, to the location of the hanger bearing. So we're going to go right to the back of the truck. Oh, and I can't even, oh my God, this thing is long. It's almost 5 feet long. This one section of drive shaft. I measured 50.5 right to the edge of here. Now, I don't know if I told you guys, we're doing obviously a 2-piece hanger bearing. It's going to go right here with a slip yoke on the rear end side. So what I'm going to do is, originally I was thinking I'll figure out a measurement for the hanger bearing, but I don't know where I'm going to put the hanger bearing just yet. So we're going to continue the measurement. This is 50.5 from this back wall, plus an additional 47.5 will be our total 50.5. That's 97.5 inches is our drive shaft. Damn, that's long. I got my son squaring up the tunnel, cleaning the corners up. Hell yeah. I need to make a cross member for the drive shaft for the carrier bearing. Now, just compounding myself more work, but unfortunately I have absolutely no choice. So I want to show you guys something real quick. From inside frame rail to inside frame rail is roughly 25.25 inches. So what I did was I took my line and I measured over 25.25 inches, and I had some frame rail that was scrap left over from who knows what, but here's what we're going to do. And the reason why I'm laying this out like this to show you guys is I wouldn't know how to figure out which angle this is set at to go inside the frame, but by using lines on a piece of plywood and drawing it out, it creates it for you, and all you gotta do is put a mark, and chop saw it up in the machine. But so basically what I'm gonna do is this is gonna go obviously in the center, in front of the turns right there, and I'm gonna end up having no choice but to drill out for the exhaust to come through here as well, because if I install this, how are they going to get the exhaust through it? I wanted to take it back old school. Instead of worrying about filming, I wanted to put some music on and just do some work. And that's basically what happened just now. Fabricated the Crossmember for the carrier. The only thing left that I need to do is put marks, finish cleaning it up, and then drill and cut out with a hole saw the pipe for his exhaust to go through. So that's basically almost done. My son got the center section cut out and squared up and cleaned up, which was a big help, huge help. I want to say this probably took him about 2 hours once he, squared it up and took the paint off and prepped it. The backside we didn't prep just yet because I don't know how high I'm going to need to go, and I'm going to save that for when we get the Driveshaft. And that's about it, man. Guys, as you can see, man, this is a ginormous project. Humongous project. And just we're knocking it out little by little, being, bit by bit, piece by piece. She's getting finished. So I hope you're enjoying this series. I mean, there's a lot of work involved in doing this. So till tomorrow.
Great ride.
Yeah, man.
That was awesome.
Absolutely insane.
Welcome back. Please remain seated and keep your arms and legs inside the ride vehicle until it stops at this point.
That's great.
So now you go, holy cow, dang, there's a tunnel in here. Yeah. So yesterday, which is Saturday, I made this, which is actually really cool how I had done it. Let me put this down a second. I had taken a piece of this 3/16 metal rod and I bent it into a U across the top. Took some measurements and came up with this thing spot on money, which was awesome. I bead rolled some design into it to give it some strength. Not that you're going to see it because obviously carpet and stuff. It's more for strength, over looks. Yeah, so now what I'm doing is I'm fixing to close this piece up and I'm continuing the marks so I know where and what to do with this. This obviously I'm going to turn down. I was kind of thinking if I could roll it into here, but that's just not going to happen. So maybe what I'll do is I don't know, I'll end it here, or I'll just go like that and then go like this. I don't know. Haven't gotten that far yet. But yeah, so now I'm fixing to do the other side. Get the marks in it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see we've got a line here and we've got a line here. So what I'm going to do is, this is our bend line right here. And then we've got a bend line clearly visible right here. The plan is to put the lines back in, take a razor blade and cut it on the edge so it's an exact piece. Lay it on the template, scribe the template, mark the template, and then we'll have our lines. But basically what I'm doing is going off of this line right here like so, and I'm putting, you see, I'm just adding my lines because I want the bead rolling to continue. If that makes any sense. So here we go again. You see the blade. No. I didn't believe this. Fiddlesticks. Let's continue like this. And then I can fix this. Not a big deal. Like this. Boy, it would sure be nice to have another hand in here with me. I already cut one out. I made one before. You see it there on the bench. But I forgot to put the marks on it. So now I'm making another one. So I can put the marks on it. Then I can bead roll it. Then I can bend it and place it in the truck. This side, I gave me a little extra to work with, about a 1/4 inch on both sides. And I gave myself, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch to bead roll a lip, because this is obviously the center. This is how it would lay, like this, you know, in the truck, or like this. But either way, you would, you know, fold down like so. Ta-da! Okay, cool. So now what we got to do is we're going to take our marker, our razor. Let me get my straight edge. I'm going to scribe a center line, which I don't know how that up there got off. Cut that in there. This, like that. I'll tell you, this is my first time doing this way. I'm hoping, yeah, see, there's our mark with the razor blade. There's our mark. This is my first time doing this. I think it's going to work. The bending, how I bend the piece. That's going to, if this is, you know, once it's rolled over into its shape, if it does what it's supposed to do. I'm hoping. If it's close enough, I mean, hey, at least we'll get an A for effort. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So we're going to put our center mark in here, like this. Now, one thing I want to point out too, the reason why I'm doing this now, I'm bead rolling this now because when we bend this, you're not going to be able to bead roll it, if that makes any sense. So now, you could see once this gets bent and lays in there, this should follow the pattern of existing material on the tunnel. There we go. I'm gonna clean this up, fine tune it a little bit, tweak it a little bit, and then I'll get back with you in a minute. Straight away, I'm gonna tell you I absolutely amazed myself on how well this worked. Wish I had paid more attention to the lines, but regardless, I think it's good. I think it's really good. So here we go. Our line down here matches, it coincides with the line up here. I kind of just put some, I don't know, some half moon jammies in there. Again, this is purely just to strengthen the tunnel because we cut the braces out. Otherwise it would be kind of flimsy bimsy. But the center mark lined perfectly. Center mark lined perfectly. So my little trick worked really good. Now keep in mind, this is the first time I've done this, fooling around like this. I gave myself a little bit of meat. I rolled the edge over so I could spot weld this in on both sides, and dude, that's money. I'm gonna stitch this all around here, seam seal here, seam seal the underside, and we're gonna call this a wrap. Well, I was recording footage, talking to myself, moving the camera around, only to find out my battery was dead in my microphone. So whatever. Take a look. So we put the seats back in, the dash in, the column in, vacuumed everything out because it was full of metal shavings from cutting out the pieces and the kick panels and all that fun stuff. And I'm very excited, man. It's actually really comfortable. So originally there was an issue with the center of the seat not lining up with the steering column. And keep in mind, obviously this is an Impala dash, doesn't belong in here, but I managed to offset it a little bit. You can see the center mark here doesn't quite line up with the column, but you really won't notice it. I don't know why I'm talking about it, but yeah, there's the bracket that I made. Everything fits good, looks good. The seat is pushed up because it's an electric seat at the moment, but you know, your gas pedal, your brake pedal, everything's gonna work great. Everything actually fits in here really nice. So this is a tilt column, you can see. You know, fully adjustable, which is awesome. I'm excited. I'm really excited. The tunnel, oh my goodness, I'm having a brain fart. The tunnel fits great between here, and I want to call this a win. This is a freaking win and a half is what this is. So at the moment, I'm currently working on a little bracket to hold the Heims joint for the steering shaft. That's what I've come up with. So I'm going to weld it on the side here, and then I'll adjust the nut goes down a little further, and I'll stitch it right inside of here. We'll fill this in, make it all one, and that should do it, man. I just need to trim this out a little more, half moon it kind of thing, clean it up. And I believe Scott ordered a rack and pinion, a power steering rack and pinion, so should be pretty good. Once we get the rack and pinion, and I know how much more I need to trim, then I could complete, closing in that corner. And then I've got 2 more spots on the other side that I've got to weld up, and basically the front end is done. Well, let me back up a second. So I'm running into a little issue. I might have said it earlier in the video. Originally, the rack and pinion was pushed out further. Now, keep in mind, it may still need to go out further because of the guts for the power steering. But I'm hoping that's why I haven't done anything just yet. I still kind of want to play around with this, extending the spindle steering a little more. I think it would work out really good, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's what this is going to be the next big thing for this truck. And once I get that done, onto the bed. Oh, I didn't show you guys this. Check this out. So I had drilled and tapped all these inside of here, cleaned it up a little bit. I got to do a little more finessing, but I don't know, just a little touch. Not that you're going to see it. It just looks kind of cool, you know. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I kind of got everything in the video that I wanted to. And yeah, so we'll catch you on the next one. I appreciate each and every one of you, like I always say, because without you, these videos are not possible. And that's about it, my friend. That's all she wrote. So have a great day. Have a great weekend. And we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.